Morning. I am meteorologist Steve Krasinowski, and this is your weather briefing storm scoop for Thursday, September 10th, 2020. And we're going to run the gamut on this one. We're going to call this one The Weather is Weather. So let's jump in. Here we go, some different things today. This is Casper, Wyoming. Normal max temp is 79. They didn't pass 33 yesterday. That's 46 degrees below normal. I guess September will end up below normal? Who knows? Record low max temp for the day, and this is early. It's September. They had 7.5 inches of snow fall, which is the most on record before September 15th. This storm, and we'll talk a little more about it, was just it almost like a once in a lifetime, but it happens more in that area than you'd think, especially in Colorado. But it's nature at its finest. It really is just breathtaking and awe-inspiring. Boulder, Colorado. Let's look at Pearl Street. It's a famous street in Boulder where everyone comes out and walks. And this is September 8th. This was 2 days ago, and it was 97 degrees earlier this day. And here we are with golf ball-sized snowflakes. Waiting on the Front Range. So, further on the weather front, increased return flow up the eastern coastal plain brings showers and unsettled conditions. Friday, the lead boundary followed by the first high. Monday's the main boundary followed by the Siberian lead high. So, that'll be a colder high pressure mass, bringing in better temps. Up first is the northern Canadian low. Trough, it's pulling east. It'll shuttling in the high into our region by Friday, detuning the recent warm spell. So don't get too comfortable. Keep the ACs in for another day or so, but then they should be coming out. By Monday, this Alaskan low will be tracking through Canada to our north, dragging a trough across the region and the front through the coast. Siberian high then follows early next week as the next pattern begins. A step down cooler of the background state. There'll be some ups and downs with some active fronts and fireworks. Jumping into the California fires, we do talk about the fires a lot here. I thought this was an awesome diagram. It's a model radar estimate of smoke. So this radar estimate suggests a smoke plume extended over 50,000 feet. This is 3:21 in the morning, yesterday morning. This is the second smoke plume of greater than 50,000 feet I've ever seen on radar. Or actually, not even on radar, but in the past couple of days, rather. Excuse me. The first being the Creek Fire in Colorado. That is starting to become manageable due to some of the weather that has helped them there. So that is good. Something different for storm scoop, but not our agricultural clients. As expected, the frost threat that was around was largely overhyped on social media. Only parts of northern South Dakota, Minnesota into North Dakota saw meaningful cold again this AM, so meaning frost and freeze conditions. Some fringe beans acres impacted, but that's it. Duration short outside of North Dakota, so we do have a lot of clients, especially for agricultural and farming purposes. In terms of droughts and looking at hail, as well as freezes and frost. It's all very important. So we're here if you have those needs. Also, obviously, what we do all the time is talk about some tropics. So we have our three-headed beast in the Atlantic. We have a sheared Paulette, who is jogging west, expected to turn west-northwest later today. And then we have Renee, expected to regain tropical storm status later today. She's currently a tropical depression. We have our next line of storms coming off the African coast. That should hit the Atlantic later today, and our remnants of whatever this is that we've been talking about off the North Carolina coast, it's still there. And we'll talk about that in a second. So Guyanus is having difficulty deciding how larger scale influences like troughs and fronts and ridges play a role in the future of these 3 or 4 storms. by next week, so we don't really know where they're going yet. It's just sometimes you have to take off the guidance and look at the bigger attributes, the highs and the lows, and where everything falls, to find those streams in the areas of least resistance. You can see that below, as the Euro members have sprayed out all over the place. You can't rule out any USA impacts, Bahamas, or the islands, anything like that. Right now, everything is fair game. So we'll have to keep an eye on all of that. And last thing I wanted to do, and we haven't done this in a long time, is it's model time. Quick run through the GFS. It is, this is for Friday. Actually, let's get off of this. We're not on Friday morning yet. This is an old. So we're going to start here. Showers down south, some thunderstorms. They're light. Nothing too much to speak of. We do have this system that's going to cut through Chicago, Wisconsin, Ohio. It's a runner. It'll merge with a low pressure system off of the the southern mid-Atlantic, bringing showers, maybe a couple thunderstorms to the tri-state area here. Just very unsettled. Going into Sunday into Monday, and then it clears out. And this is next week on Tuesday. Again, some showers down in southeast Florida here. Right off screen, you would see tropical remnants and possibly Renee, but we'll see. New feature coming through the Pacific Northwest. And again, just a lot of dry air, high pressure, big high pressure in control of the eastern portion of the country. And if we go really long range, again, nothing too much to speak of. No big storms, couple of runners. There's this giant storm. This is September 22nd, so you don't put too much credence in 2 weeks. But then, oh my goodness, it starts running up east, straight north. Anyway, a lot to play with. I'm meteorologist Steve Krasnowski. See you tomorrow.